Hi, my dear friends. Today I just felt I would like to share a little bit my reflections about Nirvikalpa state. Nirvikalpa state is, I would say, a very wonderful state. It has been talking even in the ancient scriptures about this beautiful state. But how I will explain clearly what that means, very important for human beings, is the state beyond the suffering. It's so very important state to achieve for the humanity. It's the state where we are not going to worry anymore about the material world, about ourselves, about the relationship with others. We are not want to worry again anymore. We are going just to enjoy every moment. That's why I felt it's so very important state to achieve for every one of us. And by the way, this is the time in the whole evolution of the humanity, this is the time where we have to achieve that state of evolution. We have been evolving stage by stage, the whole humanity as one, to this point. This is the blossom time, where we have to become that beautiful flowers of the spirit in this world. Everyone, all the humanity as one. So that state beyond suffering, what actually it is. First, I would like to explain that we have to consider there is in us, there are three very important parts. One part, the part where we have been dealing with till now, where we have been experiencing till now, is our human element. Us as human beings. That means basically our awareness related to the mind, to the body, to the emotions, to that this what we can call the soul is also connected to our subtle systems with the chakras, the nadis. All that is our soul, is our human element, our human part, is the manifestation of the spirit in this world, we can say, in this material world. So this is the first part. Till now, we have been identified completely with that part in us, with our mind, with our ego, with all the thoughts come in our mind. Often we think we are thinking that, so we identify with that. So this is the first part, but there is another two very important parts, which actually they are only one, but they, in a way, they play the game to be two. One is the energy, the spiritual energy in us. This is the vital energy in us, the energy that in fact gives life to the body, to the mind, to that human part in us, to that human element. The divine energy, we will call it the energy of the Divine Mother. That energy gives life to our soul, to our human part. Without that energy, that human part is absolutely lifeless. It doesn't have any life by itself. It's only that energy, the spiritual energy, that makes the life, the body alive. So this is another very important part. What is that energy? That energy is the energy of the spirit. The third part we will discuss later. And that energy, to make it simple, is only pure love. Unconditional love. Is the energy that has intelligence in it. It knows how to do everything, how to create, how to maintain this creation, how to make it evolve, That energy, we can say, is the energy of the nature, which make everything around us. We can see the world is fully alive. Everything is connected to that energy of the nature, and everything works very smoothly and nicely, in very harmonious way, everything balancing, one part balancing each other. That energy of the nature is the energy of the Divine Mother. But there is another part, is, we can say, the origin of the rest, of the divine energy and of the human element and the world, we can say. That is the spirit. They call it Atman. What is that spirit? That spirit is in fact, is the reality. What we are, what everything is that divine spirit. And that spirit has been described, to make it easy for the mind to understand, has been described as Sat Chit Ananda. These three words, which in a way reflect or try to express the nature of that spirit. So first, I would explain, there is something in us which is always there and has the power to perceive, to watch, to contemplate, to be aware. That being which is always there watching, for example now, through the eyes, he might be watching this video, through the eyes, who is watching? That being is being aware of what is watching. Is listening through the ears. It's not the ears who are listening, is the being behind it. Is the spirit. Is understanding all these words through the mind, through the filter of the mind. But the mind is not the one who is understanding, it's the being who is aware of that understanding. That being who has the power to perceive is the spirit. And we can for a moment just make like a little meditation together. We can close our eyes and we can be aware of that being which is just watching now, perceiving whatever we are perceiving now. So we focus now, that perception, we let it focus in the perception itself, like going to itself, being aware now only that we are perceiving, watching. At that moment we are aware that we are there, we are watching. We are that pure existence. This is Sat, the first quality of the spirit. And when that perception starts focusing in that presence, that we are here watching, then we are aware of our existence. We are self-aware, pure awareness, Chit, the second quality. At the moment we are self-aware of our existence, it starts flowing pure joy, a beautiful energy, very pleasant energy of joy. That is Ananda, the third quality, Sat Chit Ananda. We can open our eyes. That Sat Chit Ananda, that joyful awareness of our existence, this is what we are. This is the third part in us, the most important. So, the state of Nirvikalpa is when our human part, with which we have been completely identified, that human part in us, that human element, we can call it from now our inner child. It's like a child. So that human part, through the meditation, when the meditation starts establishing in us, through the meditation, realize that human part. that the energy, the living energy in us, that divine love, that energy of the Divine Mother, is the only living thing in us. So we are that divine energy. But there is not an ego saying I am that. In fact, this is what it is. In the body, in the mind, in everything. The divine energy is everything in me. When we identify with that divine energy of the Mother, the Divine Mother, as this energy is just pure love, absolutely unconditional love, ever flowing without any conditioning, any requirements, it just flows all the time. And also that love is everything, is controlling everything, is the living energy in the world, in every particle of the world. So, as this is the only thing in us, at that moment, we cannot suffer anymore. We can only enjoy that love we are, absolutely pure. And after that, so many things happens. For example, the first thing is that when we identify with the energy, the divine energy, the love, the pure love, the divine love, at the same moment we start identifying with the Spirit, and the experience of the Spirit becomes more and more clear in our awareness. That means that being that is always watching, we start understanding this is the only thing. And from the joy of that Spirit, when it vibrates, it becomes the love. The love is the beauty of the being, of God, of my Spirit. It's like the color, the fragrance of the Spirit, the manifestation of the Spirit. So we understand everything, the Spirit, the energy, the Shakti, and the human element. Everything starts melting into each other, and the human element, the human part, still is there, intact. How it was before that realization continues the same. It's just the same. Ego is there, superego is there, chakras, however state they were, they are there the same. Everything is the same. But our awareness knows this is just something without proper life in itself. The life is that love, that Divine Mother. From that moment, as we say, we cannot suffer anymore, and so many powers awaken in the human element in us, because it's like that living energy start manifesting subtle powers. Before we had so many powers already, we can move, we can think, we can do so many things. I mean, a lot of powers already in the human element, the normal human element. But when the human element is just pure recipient, empty recipient for the divine energy start manifesting another powers, the powers of that divine energy. We are one with everything. We can start, you can say, acting with that wholeness, because we are one, because that divine energy of love is only one. So everything starts flowing nicely, all become blessings, only blessings in our life, because that love is the source of all the blessings, and we are that. We start becoming the giver of blessings for the world, because that energy is always there. We don't have to look for it. We don't have to say, Divine Mother, please come to my heart. How we can say that? My heart is the Divine Mother. If you say, Mother, come to my heart, you are running away from the state of Nirvikalpa. That can be said before the state of Nirvikalpa, when you identify with the human element. And then in the human element, disconnected from that Divine Mother, when he is in the stage of suffering, worries, then you can say, Mother, come to my heart. Mother, bless me. When the Divine Mother is everything in you, you cannot ask for her. You have to become the giver of blessings. And you cannot ask for anything anymore. You have to enjoy. Our real job then is just to enjoy. If this is a job, it's not a job. It's just enjoyment. But this is the only thing we have to do. And as we said, in the beginning of Nirvikalpa, the human element is still intact how it was before. So it might react because it's part of the, we can say, the material element of the world. So when we are in contact with other people, our ego might react in a moment, and we might become angry for a moment. Immediately we know we are not that. We can laugh at ourselves. We are laughing at ourselves all the time, in fact. Whatever our mind is telling, we laugh at ourselves. Because we know the stupidity behind the ego. The ego cannot control anymore, just for a moment. But we see the play of the ego, we see the play of the chakras, we see the play of that human part, that little child, that inner child. And we just laugh and bless, laugh and bless, laugh and bless ourselves, that inner, that human part, human element. And that human element slowly and quickly gets completely divine. It becomes divine, even the human element. It's beautiful. Every movement in that human element is divine. It doesn't have intentions to do this, to do that. It's just there, part of the nature, moved by the nature, enjoying, expressing and blessing all the time. This is what we have to achieve. This is called the state. Actually, Nirvikalpa means without Vikalpa. Vikalpa means doubt. That means without any doubt about our real being, what we are. We cannot doubt anymore. Once you know what you are that forever, eternally. That stage, that is why this stage never change. You cannot lose it, get it and lose it, get it. No, it's not possible. You know what you are. That would be like, for example, imagine, I know now I am a man, but nowadays it's crazy because of the brainwashing of the media. Even the people, sometimes they know they are a man and suddenly they believe they are a woman or something in between. Sorry if someone feels offended by that. We are what we are. If I know I am a man now, I know I am that. I cannot become, tomorrow I cannot say no, I am a woman. This is what I am. Body is like that, mind is like that. This is what I am. Like that, but I know I'm the divine. The divine energy is everything in me. There is no ego in that. I'm that, no. It's everything in me, it's everything in everything, in everything, in every particle. When I know I'm that forever, eternally. this is what I am. It cannot change. So that state is permanent. We cannot go up and down like before. Like when we were approaching that state in our meditation, we start approaching Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Nirvikalpa is without thoughts. You can be thoughtless sometimes, spirit start manifesting, but still we are identified with the body and mind, with the human element. So we can go up and down, up and down. But Nirvikalpa, you cannot go down. You know what you are. You know what it is in everything. Divine love, pure, source of all the blessings, of all the creation, of every life in the world. Beautiful. We are complete. We need nothing at all. We are complete. And that state, without doubts, there is one very important thing, is that whenever we start doubting at ourselves, like thinking, I'm this, I'm that, I'm limited, I have a big ego, or I have problem with this, with that chakra. Whenever we do that, we are running away from Nirvikalpa. If we want to approach Nirvikalpa, that state, which we have to understand is going to happen spontaneously, you can do, the human element can do nothing at all but surrender completely, understand, doesn't have anything in their hands, and just give everything to the energy. The energy is everything, the divine love is everything. And I can do nothing, just a small child without any power. I can do nothing. And without any power, we are like a dry leaf in the middle of the hurricane. What power can we have? We are in the hands of the divine nature, the divine energy. That's it. This is what the human element can do. So what we can do is understanding that, and then trusting in the divine energy, and the divine energy will give that power. And what I was explaining is that when we are approaching like that, understanding the divine energy is doing everything, we are doing nothing. No one does nothing. Then the second thing we cannot do is to doubt again. When we have problems in us, any problem in our chakras, our ego, superego, all the problems, we have to give to her, because it's in her hands, in the hands of the divine love, not in our hands. When we give to her, we trust in her, and we don't doubt. We don't ask. We just put our full faith, full surrendering. And with our meditation in that state, we wait for the state. Well, I've been talking too much. But what to do? So from here, this corner, here in Galicia, in Oyam, I can just say, you are that now, that divine love. Trust in you, trust in yourself. Don't ask for more things. Learn that all the things we have, I mean the problems we have, difficulties, strugglings, sufferings, all that is in the human element, we have to learn to accept completely. Don't fight against yourself, against the problems of your human element. No, this is before Nirvikalpa. You want to go to Nirvikalpa, accept everything. Surrender to the divine love in you. Give it to her. Trust in her. And just say, Mother, I know nothing. But you have put all these problems in this human element. I don't understand. I accept it. Because you are the love. And you love me unconditionally. And you are blessing me now. And I know the enlightenment is already granted to me. I trust in you. Trust in yourself. And appreciate yourself.